Hello, my name is Dale Wilhite. I'm right now in Waikiki, Hawaii. I hope tomorrow to be in Kauai, Hawaii. If you want to find out anything about me, go to MySpace where I have an account. I also have an account with Facebook, and I'm also on Twitter. Uh, when I came in Monday night at 7 p.m., about an hour or so late, that was due to the fact that our plane in Phoenix, Arizona, which was U.S. Air, had a mechanical problem, and they switched us over to U.S. Air, actually from Continental. And so we got in a little bit late. Instead of 5:30, got in around 7, so an hour and a half late. Uh, one of my suitcases, my big one, was missing. And apparently, when the luggage comes in, I guess the baggage handlers are supposed to sign off on it that what is here, and they signed off that both my suitcases were here. One was, but the big one wasn't. And so, come Tuesday, they came to the conclusion that it was probably stolen. And that's the same conclusion that I came to, because if it was supposed to, if they signed off that it was here, then that means somebody has stolen it. And the way it could have been stolen is due to the fact that when you go to the baggage claim, uh, people can just walk right up and yank a suitcase or a bag right off the belt and walk right out the door without anybody checking to see to it that it belongs to them. And sometimes people can pick the wrong bag. They refused to tell me what happened to my bag tonight. It came in. They found it later late today, and around 3 o'clock, and they brought it to me about 7. But they refused to tell me what had happened to it. I mean, did someone steal it? Did someone accidentally grab it and take it home and then brought it back? They refused to tell me. Anyhow, through this, I come up with an idea. Half of this is my idea. The other half is something that I borrowed from noticing what other people do sometimes, through the years. Simply put, to prevent your bag from being possibly stolen, listen to me very carefully, because this here can save you a lot of problems, because it could be stolen. Even though mine eventually was not. Again, I don't know for sure if somebody accidentally took it home and brought it back. It took them a couple of days to do it if they did. Or if maybe one of the baggage handlers at the airport took it and they got him on video camera, or her on video camera, and got him and got the bag back. I don't know. Everything was there, so I think if it had been stolen by one of the baggage handlers, a lot of my stuff would be missing in it right now, and it all looks intact. But listen to me very carefully, because I come up with this. Part of this idea is mine. That would be very helpful to you when you travel and your luggage goes. They load your luggage for you. What I noticed. What some people do, they'll take a piece of like a rag, something really bright color, something that stands out, they recognize, and they'll tie it around the top of their bag or suitcase. Of course, I would put something on the bottom of it as well, maybe something like a piece of tape, red, or something that stands out, something of really bright color, so that when it comes out when it shoots out onto the belt, the baggage, I call it baggage belt. If it's facing away from you, you can maybe see the bottom of it, and you'll see that tape no matter which side it's on. If it's coming for you, you'll see the rag or whatever you tie on it. And if it's coming the back side of it, you'll see that tape on there, hopefully. And you'll see it, you'll know it's your bag. You won't have to wonder, like I did, trying to reach down here, trying to see which one mine, because there were so many suitcases like mine on that belt. And so it was getting hard, and it was going pretty fast, and you just have to only have a second reach down there. I finally started pulling them off to look at them, because it was just going by too fast. But tie something on there so that you know it's your bag. I've seen people do this before. Now, my idea to add on to that would be helpful, and I'll remember this, and this is what I'll be doing, and I'll be doing it tomorrow. When you go to the baggage claim, make sure you get there pretty quick. Don't goof off anywhere. Get off the plane, get on down there. Stand in the area up on the belt where the suitcases and bags are going to come shooting out. What you want to do, you want to be right there to see every bag that comes out of there. You don't want to be like I was Monday down at the other end. With all these people hanging around here, you can't really see much because there's so many people there. You want to be right over there where when it shoots right out, especially if you have that ribbon, rag, or something on it that identifies it, you will know that it's here, and you can grab it. The problem is, and this is something I'm going to take the senator in a way, because he's responded to a few things back in the early 90s when I asked him for some help on some things, and he was very helpful. Very, I'm not a Democrat, of course, but he's a very helpful man, and maybe he can get this changed, this policy changed. But the danger involved in these when you're at these baggage claims is that people can walk in, thieves can walk right in and grab a bag right off the belt like that, or baggage belt, I call it, and walk right out the door. There's nobody there to check it, and that's what I asked the lady there that handles the baggage. Why don't they do that? And she just kind of looked at me, and it wasn't her doing. It's people higher up. It's the policy. They don't have one, and so you can't blame her. I didn't get mad at her. I'm not going to do stuff like that because that would be very rude. It's kind of like a person telling off a store clerk, about the high prices of fuel when it's not the store clerk's fault. They have nothing to do with it. You don't take your anger out on them anyway. And of course, I would not do that to a baggage clerk anyhow. But that's the danger, and that's something that needs to change, because thieves, are notorious for hanging around airports looking for a bag to be left, laying around that they can reach and grab and steal. And so why not through the baggage claim? That's a great place to steal something. You get so many people there, and if you just grab one, and hopefully, if you're lucky, nobody will notice it, that you grabbed it, and you just walk right out the door. And that's what we thought had happened. That's what they thought had happened. And again, I don't know what happened yet, but they refuse to tell me what happened to the bag. I'm going to see if I can change that. But just remember this: when you go down there, when you go to board an aircraft, and they're going to load your bag, put something on there that that when it comes out, when you reach your destination, you will know it's yours right away. And don't go down at the end like I did yesterday or Monday. Be right up there, as close to the front where when it shoots out, you will see it. Just do that, and I think you'll be fine. And that way, it makes it a lot harder for a thief to stand around hoping to grab something, not to be able to get yours. Because first of all, he or she is going to notice that rag on there, so they're going to know that that bag has probably been marked or luggage, and grabbing that would probably be a bad mistake, because if they grab it and the person that owns it sees them grab it and notices that, identifies it with that colored rag or something on it, they're in trouble. And I'll conclude by saying this: it would be helpful if the baggage claim clerk would stand there and in a random way stop people and make them produce ID that this bag is theirs, through the ticket like they do at Greyhound, or through their driver's license. That's all it takes. That would be enough probably to run most thieves off, because people have lost their baggage and it's never been found before. It was probably stolen. And so this policy needs to be changed as soon as possible. Anyhow, I just learned a good lesson out of this. I got real lucky. Got my luggage back, but it cost me about $200 because I had to go out and buy new clothes because I thought it was gone. And so, it's just the way it goes sometimes. Anyhow, it's just an idea I wanted to share with you, and hopefully this won't ever happen to you. But it's one thing being lost. Courts can't really do a whole lot about that. But for it to be stolen, my idea, at least half of it's my idea, would be a great way to help you from becoming a victim of a thief that hang around there waiting to grab something. Because there's so many people there sometimes, it doesn't take much, and they're out the door and they're gone. So anyway, from Waikiki, Hawaii,